Yo, what's up everyone? It's 2025, and guess what? Things are expensive. Like, really expensive. We're talking about the kind of expensive that makes you want to dig a hole, crawl in, and cry into a pile of unpaid bills. Get this, the average cost of living has jumped up 20% since 2023. 20%! That's like your favorite pair of shoes suddenly costing an extra 20 bucks. Except, it's everything, not just shoes. Hold on to your hats, people, because we're about to dive deep into the abyss of 2025 living costs. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Hassan, why you gotta bum me out with this economic doom and gloom? Because, my friends, knowledge is power, or at least, it's the first step to not getting completely screwed. Look, if you understand why things are so expensive, you can start making smarter choices. Choices like, should I buy avocado toast, or can I finally afford to move out of my parents' basement? This isn't about being a downer. This is about being woke to the reality of our economic situation. So, buckle up, Buttercup, because we're just getting started. Let's talk about rent, shall we? That magical monthly payment that seems to be perpetually increasing faster than the national debt. Remember when you could rent a decent one-bedroom apartment without selling a kidney? Well, in 2025, decent and affordable have officially parted ways. The average rent has skyrocketed, leaving many people struggling to keep a roof over their heads. Landlords be like, inflation, supply and demand, give me your money. It's a jungle out there, people, and finding an apartment that doesn't cost your entire paycheck is like finding a unicorn riding a T-Rex. Remember when your parents warned you about ramen noodles being a college student's diet? Well, in 2025, ramen is starting to look like a gourmet meal. Food prices have gone bonkers. Meat? Forget about it, unless you've got a side hustle as a diamond thief. Vegetables? Might as well be gold bars. Even the price of bread has risen faster than a sourdough starter on a hot day. Listen, I'm all for healthy eating and supporting local farmers. But when a head of lettuce costs more than a movie ticket, you gotta wonder what's going on. Section 5. Utilities, first world problems. Now cost a fortune. Utilities. The backbone of our modern lives, the silent enablers of our daily routines. Electricity, gas, water, those little things that make life bearable. We often take them for granted, until the bills arrive. Well, in 2025, they're not so little anymore. The cost of keeping the lights on and the water running has skyrocketed. Turning on the lights feels like charging your phone with the power of 1,000 suns. Every flick of the switch is a reminder of the mounting expenses. And don't even get me started on heating your apartment in the winter. The thermostat has become a luxury dial, each degree costing more than the last. You'll be wearing more layers than a parfait just to avoid turning up the thermostat. Sweaters, blankets, and even hats have become indoor essentials. It's gotten so bad, people are resorting to extreme measures. Portable heaters and firewood are making a comeback as people try to cut costs. Candlelit dinners are making a comeback, not for the romantic ambiance, but because electricity bills are through the roof. Families are finding creative ways to cope, but the stress is palpable. Some are turning to renewable energy solutions like solar panels, hoping to offset the costs. Others are scouring the internet for energy-saving tips, trying to make every watt count. Unplugging appliances, switching to energy-efficient light bulbs, and even timing showers have become part of the daily routine. It's a new era of energy consciousness, driven by necessity rather than choice. Section 6. Inflation. The sneaky thief, stealing your money. So, what's the deal with all these crazy price hikes? Well, my friends, let me introduce you to the villain of our story, inflation. Inflation is like that friend who keeps borrowing money from you but never pays it back. Except, instead of your friend, it's the government and corporations. And instead of borrowing, they're just printing more money, making your money worth less. It's a vicious cycle, and it's hitting everyone's wallets hard. Section 7. The economy. It's like trying to explain Bitcoin at a BBQ. Okay, I'm not an economist, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. So here's the deal with the economy in 2025. It's complicated. We've got supply chain issues, geopolitical instability, and a whole bunch of other jargon that basically means things are expensive and nobody really knows how to fix it. It's like trying to explain Bitcoin at a barbecue. People will nod their heads and pretend to understand, but inside, they're just thinking about potato salad. Section 8. The jaw dropper. You're poorer than you think. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the part where we reveal a truth that might be hard to swallow, but it's crucial for understanding your financial reality. The jaw-dropping fact that will change the way you look at your bank account. You're probably poorer than you think you are. Yes, you heard that right. Despite what your bank balance might show, your actual financial health might be worse than you realize. I know that hurt to hear. It's a tough pill to swallow, but understanding this is the first step towards making better financial decisions. But before you start throwing tomatoes, let me explain. There's a reason why this is happening, and it's not entirely your fault. The economic landscape has shifted dramatically over the past few years. When you factor in inflation and the rising cost of, well, everything, your purchasing power has significantly decreased. This means that the same amount of money buys you less than it did before. It's not just about the numbers in your account, but what those numbers can actually get you. That means that even if you're making the same amount of money as you were a few years ago, you're actually able to buy less with it. Your salary might have stayed the same, but the cost of living has gone up, eating away at your financial stability. It's a sobering thought, but hey, at least we're all in this together, right? Understanding this can help us make better choices and advocate for changes that can improve our financial health. So, let's face this reality head-on and work towards a better future. Section 9. Let's wrap this up. You're not alone, but you gotta act now. So, there you have it, folks. We've covered a lot of ground today, and it's clear that the economic landscape is more challenging than ever. But remember, you're not alone in this fight. There are countless others who are facing the same struggles and are ready to stand with you. The shocking truth about living costs in 2025 is something we all need to confront head-on. From skyrocketing grocery bills to unexpected expenses, it's a reality that affects us all. But knowledge is power, and by staying informed, we can navigate these turbulent times together. It's a jungle out there, and only the financially savvy will survive. But hey, don't despair. There are resources and strategies available to help you manage your finances more effectively. Whether it's seeking advice from a financial advisor or learning new budgeting techniques, there are steps you can take to improve your situation. By understanding the challenges we face, we can start making smarter choices and demanding better from our leaders. Community action and solidarity are key. When we come together, our voices are stronger, and we can push for the changes that are desperately needed. Now tell me what you think in the comments below. Your feedback is invaluable, and it helps us all learn and grow. Share your experiences, your tips, and your thoughts on how we can tackle these economic challenges together. And don't forget to check out my next video, where I'll be sharing some practical tips on how to save money in this crazy, expensive world. From cutting down on unnecessary expenses to finding the best deals, I've got you covered. Peace out.